Megan Fudge and Jill Braverman already punching their ticket into Championship Sunday, our second semifinal. We're going to find out who will be meeting them there. It's either Sofia Sewing and Shelby Bates or the 3-seed Bobbi Oshiro and Allison Harris. Sewing and Bates opened up our coverage here on Championship Court here at the APP Chicago Open today, knocking off the 2-seed of Emily Cederquist and Jana Newell. It was a lob fest. There was scrambling. It had a bit of everything. It was controlled chaos. And it's going to be interesting to see how that plays against the steady pairing of Allison Harris and Bobbi Oshiro.
Yeah, and Oshiro and Harris already have a gold medal under their belt as a partnership taking gold in New York. That was probably the cleanest that I'd seen both of them play this year. Oshiro continuing to make deep runs every week that she's in, but Harris playing very well on the left side when she's predominantly a right-sided player. She's feeling much more comfortable there now. They came out in New York. They were aggressive. They put pressure on, and they never really let Cederquist and Newell get into a rhythm there. They're going to have to do the same against Bates and Sewing here in this one. We saw in the quarterfinal with Bates and Sewing that when they played aggressive and they had the intensity level dialed right up, they were extremely difficult to stop. Sewing, especially when the feet are moving, she's getting big in the middle, she's creating, very, very difficult to try and stop her. Bates did an excellent job as well, making adjustments, taking balls out of the air and being more aggressive on the roll. Started off game one in that quarterfinal where she was just bumping balls and then turned it on down the stretch. So this one, I think, is going to be a match of momentum shifts. That could be some runs for both teams within this one.
For me, the difference in the quarterfinal was the cleanliness of Shelby Bates. We've seen her be prone to errors throughout the course of her career, but was very clean in that match playing alongside Sewing. It's Sewing and Bates in the lavender as the first point goes to Harris and Oshiro in the navy.
Yeah, good setup there from Oshiro going wide to Sewing. Sewing caught just not moving the feet enough. Ended up floating that ball as she bumped it down the line.
Harris trying to go forehand down the line, misses long side out.
Well, and Harris has started playing a lot more aggressive here as of late. She came in to pro pickleball playing aggressive, got kind of into the habit of being a little bit more passive and on the defensive mode for a while, but now starting to find that rhythm with the aggressiveness.
Beautifully defended ATP from Sewing.
Ball close to the sideline there. Shiro going for the ATP anyway. Looked like it could have gone either way as far as width.
Point. Net roller for the point.
It's a little tentative there from Harris.
2-1-1.
Oh, good defense there from Harris. Gotten caught in the firefight, but moved the ball around well.
And you can see why in that point Harris really made a name for herself as a defensive presence. Played a lot alongside Simone Jargin when she first came on tour. As Bates misreads that side out.
Yeah, a little too quick on the brush there for Bates. Didn't stay on the paddle long enough.
Oshiro and Harris topping Daria Walczak and Riley Bonert in their quarterfinal. Dropped the opening game 11-4 before taking the next two 3-2. Second serve on the way.
1-2-2.
Good placement there from Sewing right at the feet.
Two, one, one.
Oh my goodness, what do you have to do to win a point around here?
Oshiro with the ups right there on the offensive lob from Bates. And then throwing a couple of net cords,
2, 1, 2.
edge guards.
Say lob counters at 1.
Oh. Oh, stop.
Nope. Finally, Sewing finds a hole. My goodness.
Oh, these points are going to be great if this is how it's going to continue in this one. Just a scramble.
3, 1, 2.
Oh, that is a counter and a half from Sofia Sewing.
Immediately the hand goes up in apology.
That was a rocket off the paddle. She read the Oshiro speed up perfectly.
Harris into the net. Another point. Make it 5-1 for Sewing and Bates.
Well, this is what we saw in the quarterfinals. Like I said, very much the potential for both these teams to go on runs. How many net cords?
I wasn't counting those. I'm only counting lobs.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I can't stat everything.
You can't. I don't even think you're going to be able to keep count of how many net cords. Harris looking down at the court, and it just slid through. And we've seen that from a few of the players out here. A newer painted court, so it's still got a lot of the grit, which makes for an inconsistent bounce at times.
That's another net court. Is Oshiro able to get the friendly bounce?
Bates might have been able to swing 6 times right there by the time the ball got to her.
Oh, see, I thought you were demonstrating your swatting bees again with that.
We have had a little issue with the wasps in our booth this week, and I am a little gun shy after getting stung by a wasp last week down in Florida, and I only just got rid of the bruise. Thankfully, different wasps here in Chicago.
And yet they like you all the same.
Yeah.
3, 5, 2. Point. Timeout receivers. 4, 5, 2. 1 minute.
Error from Bates brings Oshiro and Harris back within 1. Timeout on the court. While we have a break in the action, let's update you on our Humana Cup standings. With only 2 events left in the Champions Division, Team Welsher has a 1-game lead on Team Endara. Then on the Masters side, Team Hickman Spearman lead the way, but they are followed closely by Teams Powers Headley and Johnson Warren with just 1 event remaining. As a reminder, to check out the QR code on the screen for all of Humana's pickleball programming. It's a close one here as well, here on Championship Court. Sofia Sewing and Shelby Bates holding on to a 1-point lead early on in game number 1, our second women's doubles semifinal here at the APP Chicago Open. Winner advancing to take on Megan Fudge and Jill Braverman on Championship Sunday after Fudge and Braverman overcame a game deficit to take games 2 and 3 by the score of 11-8 over Amanda Hendry and Christine Maddox.
Oh,
perfectly defended ATP by Sewing.
Excellent patience here, but perfectly defended from Sewing back through the vacant hole.
Yeah, good attack
pressure there from Harris. But going back to the ATP, what is the key to good ATP defense?
Well, and like Don was talking about yesterday, we are seeing more and more ATP defended. We're actually seeing less for winners, but big part of it is the early recognition of that ball going out wide. You'll see in that instance right there, Sewing recognizing that that ball's going to go out past the post, so she gets a little bit of depth. She cuts off the angle, and then in reality, it's just a block back.
Too much depth on the return, 5-all.
Oh,
then a net cord winner in favor of Oshiro, make it 6-5 for the 3 seeds. That time, Harris not able to shape the ATP. Second serve still ahead.
So in this one, because Sewing defended the last one, Harris tries to go a little bit less, keep that ball lower, go right at the toes of Sewing, but she wasn't able to shape it enough.
Pair of missed returns on this service side for Harris and Oshiro give them a 7-5 lead.
No chance.
Left the court open, and Bates put it away.
Well, Oshiro didn't fully commit to that crash right there. There was a little bit of hesitation in the aggressiveness in that swing. That shake and bake is a do-or-die type move, though.
Missed return in return, 6-7-1 now. Teeing off is Shelby Bates, 7-up.
Yeah, good combination there from Sewing and Bates. On the same page, Bates readies herself for that second attack as soon as Sewing goes for that speed up.
Bates again up to the task. 8-7 now as they have answered with a 3-point run.
Just catches the outside of the line and then the overhead put away.
Say Oshiro, one of the better overheads in the game. That was an easy one for her. She put it right down the center. Just long.
Deep. Good attack there from Bates, though.
Oshiro trying to slide it down the line. Call stands just long.
Yeah, Oshiro just jumped at it a little bit, so it popped up off the paddle. Nice drop there from Harris. That ball got a little bit behind Sewing. Oh, she tried to triple up on the net cords.
Hear how Harris say lucky as she's going back to the baseline. 3 net cords in the midst of that point. Oshiro short on the pickup.
Ran miss there for Oshiro on that forehand dink. Good pressure there from Bates. That's a good spot there from Sewing. Harris didn't fully commit to the coverage of the middle of the court right there. You saw the body and the hip still squared directly in front. So that ball got behind that right hip.
Oshiro saying sorry, a point for Sewing and Bates. Game point. They're the first to 10, win by 2. 10-9. Sewing read it. She put it away. A 3-point run gives game number 1 to Sofia Sewing and Shelby Bates.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
Accidents happen, and when they do, the emergency room isn't your only option. Our Ortho Access Immediate Care Clinics are a fast, expert solution for unexpected bone, joint, and muscle injuries. Designed for urgency without the weight of the ER, our Ortho Access locations offer immediate care for all ages. IBJI's Orthopedic Immediate Care Clinics offer a less expensive and time-saving ER alternative to treat non-life-threatening injuries. Visit us online at ibji.com to learn more, so you can move better and live better.
16 years from today, Greg Gerstner will finally land the perfect cannonball. Unsuspecting friends? Check. Epic water displacement? Big check. A work of art that's only possible because Greg is already meeting all these same people at AA.
Our Aura Organics tournament schedule. This is how things have played out thus far. Singles, men's and women's, mixed doubles, and one spot in our women's doubles championship match are all set. We've got men's doubles coming up following the conclusion of our second women's doubles semifinal. Tomorrow we're going to have all 5 gold medal matches coming your way here at the APP Chicago Open. Oshiro puts it into the net. First point to Bates and Sewing. Miss third, side out. Just wide down the line. One apiece.
That ball just got a little deep outside that left foot.
And then a missed return. So missed third, missed return. Oshiro and Harris take the lead 2-1-1. And now it's Sewing who makes the dink error. And a quick timeout here, not wasting any time, as Sewing immediately heads for the sideline. Oshiro and Harris 2-point lead as we look ahead potentially to Championship Sunday. This is still a long way from being over, but how do you think each one of these teams could potentially match up against Fudge and Braverman?
Well, Sewing and Bates, like we talked about, they already beat Fudge and Braverman back in April in Fort Lauderdale. Oshiro and Harris beat Fudge and Braverman in New York. So I would say it's a pretty good for either of these teams to...
I mean, I was looking for more of a tactical matchup, but that's fair. That's fine. We'll get into that tomorrow. That's the point of Championship Sunday. Dominic Catalano will be joining us for our 5 gold medal matches. He has been on Players Court, although I see him right now in the VIP.
You know, in reality, both of these teams play somewhat aggressive, and the teams that we've seen, and we saw it in the semifinal there against Maddox and Hendry, the teams that are a little bit more aggressive and can keep that pressure on. Oh, perfect angle there from Sewing.
That, my goodness.
Little flick of the wrist right there and the perfect angle. But yeah, the teams that are a little bit more aggressive, Fudge and Braverman have struggled with a little bit more. Good spot there from Harris.
Second serve on the way.
1-3-2.
Oh, Harris. We talk about turning up the offensive firepower. Harris played her collegiate tennis at the University of Central Arkansas. The Bears actually opened college football this year on the road at Mizzou. Ended up dropping that contest 61-6.
Second serve.
I've been called out for being mean by our producer, Hank, but UCA FCS program going against an SEC, come on. Lots going on around the athletics landscape across the country.
1-3-1.
Ambitious decision there from Sewing, stepping across, leaving part of the court open.
1-3-2.
Harris not able to bump it back down the line. A point. So 2-3 now is this inching along here in the early stages.
2-3-2.
Just wide on the lob attempt.
Just pushed it a little wide there, did Bates. Right at contact, the paddle face just opened up a little too much.
3-2-1.
Ooh.
Just clipped the outside of the line.
Harris not able to clear the body. Good attacks there from Sewing and Bates.
Armpit, such a difficult spot to be able to get out of the way and then on top of.
Especially if you're just trying to clear the body by leaning back, because what will end up happening is you lean back and then push away and the hand goes down. It has to be a slide of the feet.
I feel like we've talked about footwork more this weekend than perhaps any other tournament.
Well, and it becomes more important down the stretch toward the end of the season as well, because we're getting into the stages where a little bit of the fatigue sets in.
Harris splits the middle to get back on serving. You talk about fatigue. Midland just ended on the 17th, so we're talking about an incredibly quick turnaround. We're only 13 days past that.
Yeah.
Tightest turnaround on tour between the Great Lakes Open and here in Chicago.
Well, and then you talk about players like Sewing, Fudge, Monroe, Livanese Jr. They're all over playing. Well, and DeHart, they're all over playing the English Open. Flew back on the Monday of Midland and basically just flew straight into Midland in the next tournament. So it's been, 3 tournaments in 4 weeks.
And that's not even counting players that are playing in all 3 disciplines. Allison Harris, not a singles player, plays mixed and regular doubles. Bobbi Oshiro did not play singles in this event, although she had been playing in the past. Is that up off the net court and out of play? Just coming off flat off of the paddle.
Couple of mistakes creeping in for Oshiro and Harris.
3-4-1. Second serve. 3-4-2.
Bates, the big overhead put away and lets out a yell.
Watch.
4-4-2.
Sewing trying to get on top. That's a tough angle coming off the paddle of Oshiro.
Well, that's a good spot there from Oshiro. Going back over that left shoulder. Sewing was trying to move middle and create a lot of pressure.
Point.
Missed return.
5-4-1.
Missed third, so second serve.
5-4-2.
Ooh.
Tied out.
Just a little too upright there for Harris. That one-hand attack from Bates didn't have a whole lot on it.
Four, 5-1.
Just deep on the return, so another free point there from Oshiro.
5-5-1.
Yeah, slid it down the line. Good hold, good deception. Oshiro set up like she was going to take that forehand cross court.
5-5-2.
And then just slides it down the line past Sewing. There's the patented.
Inside out,
yeah,
yep.
that's the patented forehand from Harris. The sliding forehand just runs it down the paddle.
Going to tail away from
Yeah,
the opponent once it hits.
Little inside out run.
Oh, a missed third from Oshiro as she drove it into the net.
5-5-2.
Oh. Oh, Bates got away with one.
Another miss there from Harris off the two-handed backhand. Again, just a little too tall. So as we're swinging through, we're not quite getting the extension.
Missed return from Oshiro pushes Bates and Sewing back in front.
6-5-1.
Harris off the back foot, another points. Bates and Sewing now past the halfway point, 7-5-1.
7-5-1.
Missed third.
Second serve.
Now, Sewing must have known I was about to broadcast or jinx her because I was going to say game two has felt much more grinded out. They've been playing more similar to Harris and Oshiro and yet had success doing it.
Point.
Run continues for Sewing and Bates, make it 8-5. Oh, what a tremendous offensive lob. Called out on the court. Had a ton of topspin.
Shelby on the left. 9.
Allison Harris with a little bit of a come on back toward Bates right now.
5-9-1. Second serve.
Harris finds the tape, second serve.
5-9-2.
Through the middle, Sewing puts it away. 2 points away from moving on to Championship Sunday.
9-5-1.
Flat off the paddle of Harris, match point. Oshiro staves off the match for the moment. Still a match point.
Good ball movement there from Oshiro and Harris. Trying to stave off Sewing and Bates.
Oshiro into the net. The best run for Bates and Sewing continues. They are through into their first championship Sunday as a duo.
"16 years from today, Greg Gerstner will finally land the perfect cannonball. Unsuspecting friends? Check. Epic water displacement? Big check. A work of art that's only possible because Greg is already meeting all these same people at AARP volunteer and community events. They'll keep Greg active, involved, and mischievous, and help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
The APP is sponsored by the Botanist Island Dried Gin, distilled with 22 wild botanicals.
Road to Pro. Unlock your potential with the official sock of the APP Tour.
And C&D Nets, the highest quality nets made in the USA.
The 7 seed, Sewing and Bates, take the semifinal in convincing fashion against Oshiro and Harris, moving on to their first gold medal match as a duo. They're courtside with Dorian Kraft and Al Franklin post-match interview.
Chad, thanks. Sophia, Shelby, congratulations. Now, typically, Sophia, I would start with you, but I'm looking at Shelby over here. I'm sorry, I'm going to put you on the spot, Shelby. It's your first championship Sunday. I can see you're very emotional. Why is that, and what does this moment mean to you?
Honestly, I've just been putting in the hard work. My parents are supporting me through this journey. So my first Champ Sunday, to do it with her feels so special. And, I'm ready for more, and this is just the beginning.
A lot less chaos. Yep, she deserves a round of applause, absolutely. A lot less chaos here in the semifinal than what we saw from you guys in the quarters. What was the game plan coming into this match?
I think we, really took from our last match, our game plan from them. We wanted to stay playing the same way. Her lob, she's rolling dinks so aggressively. I really wanted to, be the aggressors every time we were out there. I think we trust each other so much, and we just said, we're going to bring our energy like we always do, rely on each other, and, trust each other, have fun. And I think we were super aggressive, and it shows, and yeah, great results.
Great results, great playing, guys, today. I can't wait to see the fits on Championship Sunday as well. Congratulations, Sophia, Shelby. We will see you on Championship Sunday.